Okay, class, we are back, and World War One propaganda time. So, propaganda's always been around, but it really takes off during World War One. And so, there's a couple things about propaganda that you're going to want to know. And this applies really to, you can use these principles to apply to any political cartoon you ever see in a history class. And if you don't know, part of history classes is breaking down political cartoons, so pay attention. Black and white, good or evil, there's no middle or moderate position. It's either all this way or all that way. And they're going to make you feel like you have to choose one side, otherwise, you're either evil or you're a coward. Something like that. For example, in this one, and the other thing in propaganda to note, you want to look at colors and size. And by size, I mean the size of a person or a thing. Size equals power. And by size, it could mean someone that's really tall or someone that's really fat. Both represent power. And tall and fat is like the most powerful thing ever. Colors. So if we look at this one on the right here, we see red and black mostly. In the background, it looks like this is a sinking ship. Right? It's like that, and this is the smoke going out from it. This is a silhouette of a U-boat which has just surfaced and presumably shot down this ship. And we have the Kaiser right here, who's not looking very good. We know he's German because he's got the pointy helmet right there. And it says, victory depends on which fails first, food or frightfulness. In other words, and now this is kind of tricky because it's a double negative, which fails, when frightfulness fails, so frightfulness would be courage, right? I'm getting confused now. Yeah, no, the opposite of courage. So when frightfulness fails, that equals courage, okay? So when you stop being frightful, you're courageous. When you stop having food, when food runs out, you're starving. So are you going to be courageous or are you going to starve? If you're courageous, you can prevent this scene from happening. And the Kaiser and his U-boats terrorizing the world. But if you're a coward, we're going to run out of food and you're all going to die. That's propaganda in a nutshell. I'm going to go through a couple more, and then there's going to be a homework assignment where you have to break down different propaganda posters and do maybe a one paragraph write up about them, with analyzing what the choices are for you and what the colors are, if you see size, stuff like that. Let's go to another one. Okay. To dress extravagantly in wartime is worse than bad form. It is unpatriotic. This is British propaganda, as you can tell by the terrible accent. So, no pictures here, and you need some historical context for this one. During World War One, and it's going to happen during World War Two also, there's something called rationing. So, in order for the armies to function, the civilians at home have to sort of, live like it's Lent every day. And they gave up a lot of stuff. So, soldiers need uniforms. So most of the clothing factories are going to make uniforms. So you know what? You're just going to you're just not going to get new clothes for a while. So here it's like, if you're concerned, during wartime, if you're concerned about dressing nice and stuff like that, it's not just bad form, it's unpatriotic. It means you don't care about your country. So you're either love your country and don't care about what your clothes look like, or you are not patriotic, you're against your country if you're going to dress nicely. Whoops. Okay, let's do this one. So, what's happening here? We have the Belgian Red Cross. So the Red Cross would be nurses who help out the soldiers. And this woman, as you can see, is depicted as an angel. and she's healing this poor soldier to the left. Donations may be sent. This one isn't as forceful, but what does it say if you don't donate to the Red Cross? It kind of says, like, how could you not want this angel to help this soldier? You monster. That's sort of message behind it. It's not so there. Okay, the real Irish spirit. Now, this is ironic because for most of British history, they've been attacking the Irish, with the English Civil War and Cromwell. He went and destroyed. Anyway, the Irish and the English have always been fighting back and forth. Now, at this point, Northern Ireland is part of Ireland. So the British Army is saying, if you're really an Irishman, which is ironic to come from a Brit to determine what the real Irish spirit is, you'll follow your English counterpart. So here's the Irish guy, here's the Irish guy, and here's the English guy. The English guy has a gun and a uniform, and the Irish guy is saying, I'll go too. Where am I going? I'm going to war. Whoops. No, don't stop it. Oh, I hate this. No. I'm giving away all of them. So, what's this presenting you with two options? If you're Irish and you're a real Irishman, then you're going to join the war. You're going to go too. If you are not going to sign up for the army, for the British Army, then you're not really an Irishman. No middle ground, no in between here, but that's what you're presented with. Man, I could talk about propaganda more and more, but it's more important that you guys understand how it works. So there's going to be you'll see in the instructions, there's going to be an assignment that you're going to have to submit by the next class, which is over about 10 days from now. So you have plenty of time to work on it. It'll be something pretty quick. Okay, end of this video.